I don't know how to start. Hello. Is that weird?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Courtney, and this is Bryce, and we just celebrated 5 months of living in this van, and we get a lot of questions about this lifestyle and how we do things, so we took to Instagram the other day and asked for some questions from people that follow me on there, and we're going to answer those for you today.
Okay, so question number one, the question we get most often is, how do you go to the bathroom?
And that's pretty easy to answer. When we're on the road, we just go at gas stations and rest stops and stuff, normal places that you would use the bathroom on a road trip. And then when we're at our campsites and stuff, it just depends on what's available at the campsite. If we're at a paid campsite, they usually have a bathroom there, and then some of the national forest lands and stuff will have porta potties and pit toilets. And then if there's none of that, then we just go in the woods. So question number 2 is also a question that we get constantly, and that is, how do you shower?
Well, we don't have a great answer for this. The easiest way is we just don't shower nearly as often as we did before we moved into a van. When we do shower, it's typically at a paid campground or an RV park where you either get showers for free or can pay for showers. And that typically happens maybe once every week or so. In the meantime, we'll swim in lakes and streams, and it's amazing that you just don't get that dirty when you're living life in the outdoors. Another key place we shower is friends and family on the road. So thank you guys if you hosted us and gave us a clean shower.
Yeah, I have also washed my hair in a bin and like under a faucet. You just kind of make do with what you can.
Right. Yeah, washcloth shower, not that bad, especially when we were in the desert.
Yeah. All right, the third question is, how often do you grocery shop and refill water?
So we typically grocery shop probably every 4 to 6 days. We don't have a refrigerator, and we have limited storage space in the van for our pantry. So typically we want to be at a grocery store every 4 to 6 days. Maybe we can push it to a week if we had a really big grocery store haul. But that's our typical schedule. For water, we fill up water whenever it's convenient. If there's a convenient place to get water, we will try to be completely full. We can typically store around 7 gallons of water between our 5-gallon jerry can under the sink, our Camelbacks, and then just our water bottles. So with that 7 gallons, we can typically go maybe about 5 days without needing to refill. But if a convenient place opens up to refill water, then we do so. Those places are paid campgrounds, which have a water spigot, trailheads that have a water spigot. Sometimes we've used water spigots at gas stations, and I think those are the main areas where we'd get our water from.
Yeah.
Okay, so question number 4, how much does it cost to live in a van?
And this one we already answered in a video called How We Afford Van Life on our YouTube channel. So if you want to know more about that, then go ahead and watch that.
Okay, question number 5, what's the most challenging or hardest part of van life?
And this one I'm having a hard time answering because there are a lot of like little inconveniences, but none of them are all that challenging, at least for me. Probably the main ones are, not having a bathroom and a shower, and not knowing where you're going to sleep most nights if you don't have it planned ahead of time. So yeah, I'd probably say that those are the hardest parts. Probably not having a shower is kind of hard sometimes, just because my hair gets really greasy. He doesn't have to deal with that. But I think that's probably it. What is it for you?
For me, it's washing dishes. I wash most of our dishes, and I do it in just these little plastic bins now outside of the van. Typically, that means squatting down, washing dishes in these bins, rinsing them in these bins, having to come back to the van to get water when I run out of water.
I get the water usually, though, for you.
It's the simplest task. And when I wash dishes in an actual house now, when we visited friends, it just feels like the biggest luxury.
Yeah, cooking too. Cooking outside on a little stove is a lot more difficult than in a kitchen in a house. Question 6 is, are you sick of each other yet?
No.
Oh. Yeah, no, we're really not. You'd think we would be because this is a pretty small space to live in, but not yet, at least.
It's not that big of a deal. Question number 7. If you could start the trip over again, is there something you would do differently?
And this one we don't really have that many answers for. Really, just one. We didn't learn about dispersed camping at the beginning of our trip. We learned about it sort of like a month in or something. So if we could do it over again, then we would dispersed camp more toward the beginning of the trip instead of paying for campsites in the beginning and then learning about it later. All right, so number 8 is, what would you change about the van build, if anything?
I really, really like our van build. Our goal was to keep it simple and really only have the necessities in here, and I think we did a good job about that. One thing that I think would be a luxury that'd be nice to have is if we had built storage for 2 folding chairs and a table. When we dispersed camp, we have no amenities, so there's no picnic table. So we typically just sit on the ground, which is fine.
On a blanket.
Yeah, but it would be really nice to have chairs and a table to cook on and wash dishes on.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only thing that I would change too.
Okay, question number 9. What do you miss the most about your pre-van life?
And this one, besides the obvious like conveniences of a bathroom and a shower and a kitchen and stuff at your constant disposal, we miss Jacksonville, the people there, and yeah, that's probably the thing. It's probably the thing we miss most.
Yeah, for me, it's just the people. It's been so fun living on the road. We've met a lot of cool people. We've got to visit friends and family that we don't normally see, which has been great. But the thing that keeps you thinking of home is just people.
All right, number 10 is, what do you love the most about van life?
For me, it's the simplicity. It's really nice that our days really just boil down to, like, when are we going to wake up? What are we going to eat? Where are we going to get water? Where are we going to sleep? It's really simple, and I like that.
Yeah, it's really nice and scaled back and easy to just be really present and all that good stuff. We've also seen a lot of really beautiful things that we don't usually see every day. So that's been really nice. And the freedom of it, as cheesy as that sounds, is really nice. Like being able to wake up and go wherever you want to go and stay in a place however long you want to stay there. And that's been something that's been really cool about it.
All right, question 11. What's your favorite meal to prepare in the van?
We have a couple of favorites, but I would say that the peanut butter stir-fried dish that we made in our What We Eat in a Day video is probably the one that we make the most.
It's not my favorite, though.
No, yours is the Indian.
No.
Oh, what's your favorite?
Thai curry.
Thai curry. Yeah, that's true. That is your favorite.
I would eat that every meal if I could.
So yeah, those are our favorites. Mine's the peanut butter curry or stir fry or whatever it is, and his is Thai curry. Which kind? Red?
I'll switch it up between red and green, but it's still the same meal.
Okay. Number 12 is, did you think the van was going to last this long and make it this far?
No, but I would say that's because I was being cautiously pessimistic. I was intentionally keeping my expectations low so that I wouldn't be disappointed. And after we'd been on the road maybe 2 months, it felt like we've done everything that I possibly could have hoped the van would last. And so everything else since then has just been icing on the cake.
Yeah. I didn't have high hopes for it. I thought we'd have a lot more issues, and I don't think I think I just didn't think that it was going to make it this far. But the longer we went, the further we drove, the more we trusted the van.
Mm-hmm. Question 13, how long are you planning to travel?
We don't know this for certain yet. We originally saved up to travel for 6 months to a year, or what we thought would probably be 6 months to a year. But our plan right now is to just keep doing it as long as we love it. All right, number 14 is something that we have also been asking ourselves for quite some time, and that is, when are you getting a dog?
We are both dog people and really, really want to get a dog, if not two. But we've actually held off for this whole 4 years we've been married because we were anticipating taking a trip like this. And so while it'd be awesome to have a dog on a trip like this, it would also be somewhat limiting. And so when we settle back down, I think we'll get a dog right away.
Yeah.
Question 15. If you were going to bring kids to any national park, which would it be?
I think my answer for this one is Yellowstone, because there's a lot of cool stuff to see just right off, like boardwalks and trails, and even the boardwalks are really fun. And it's pretty easy to see bison, which is really cool. So I think for a kid, Yellowstone is a pretty cool park to be at.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. The attractions at Yellowstone are so sort of just in your face,
Yeah.
like a massive bison or Old Faithful erupting.
Pretty colors and hot spraying. And
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
In some of the other national parks, maybe it takes an appreciation of some more like subtle.
Yeah. Like, I think it's harder for a kid to just look at like a mountain and be like, wow, that's beautiful.
Right.
But like bubbling mud is like cool, and bison are awesome to see, and so I think Yellowstone.
Yeah, I agree.
Number 16 is, what is the craziest thing you've seen on the road?
So this may not be what was meant by this question, but for me it's been the stars, especially at the beginning of our trip when we were in the desert. I was seeing the Milky Way almost every night, and being away from light pollution and getting to see the night sky in that way is pretty incredible. When there's a full moon and you're in a place with no light pollution, you have a shadow from the moon.
Yeah.
That was crazy to me. I literally didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like really bright outside.
Yeah, you have a actual shadow. Like you have a moon shadow.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable to me.
Yeah. Nothing like super crazy has happened. Like nothing weird or anything that crazy has happened. Yeah, it's gotta just be stuff like that, and you know, the scenery we've seen, and like the animals, but it's not that great of an answer because nothing really that crazy has happened that's that exciting. All right, and number 17 is, which type of bear is best?
Black bear.
All right, thanks for watching. I hope that was helpful. And if you have any more questions about us, leave them down below, and we'll do another Q&A in the future. Bye.
Finished.
We did it! We can't answer every question like that. This video will be 2 seconds long. I thought we were gonna go back and forth. I think we need to like open some windows though, because I'm starting.
I feel like I would say washing dishes.
That's the hardest part for you is washing dishes. The
Yeah.
hardest part out of the entire van life living.
Yeah.
Not like figuring out where you're gonna sleep
No,
and
figuring
not
out where
having
I
a
sleep-
bathroom. And
Figuring out where sleep's number 2.
probably the hardest part of van life is being on your period. But I don't think I'm gonna say that. I don't have an answer for this one.
I am great at public speaking.
All right, so those are all the questions answered.
You're so bad at this. Like you're just